All right, how is everyone doing? Today I want to make a video on something that I was asked recently on my school. Basically, what was my routine when I first started my business, my SMMA, all right? Here's some social proof before I break everything down, just so you guys know I'm not a bum who just claims to be an expert. Here's like a Stripe screenshot, and then this was like when I first started. So as you can see, in November, I was making no money. And then in May, I collected about $18,000 in a month, so it's a bit more than 10. And then today we average about 30K per week, more or less. But if you need more proof, I have everything on my Instagram, so just feel free to go through it. But essentially today I'll be breaking down the routine that I had before, okay? Because today my routine is very different. I have a lot more different things to do, more people involved in different processes, systems, different business model too. So the way I made my first 10 is not how I'm doing it right now. But I will explain to you what I did when I first started. So when I was living in the basement and I wanted to make my first 10K a month, what did that look like? Most of you guys, your issue is that you focus on the wrong things. Now, what does that mean, focus on the wrong things? Okay. People will come to me saying that they want to start a business, and 90% of the day is going to be spent doing this. One is going to be watching YouTube videos. Okay, you're watching YouTube videos all day and you feel productive. You're learning, you're watching this kid cold call, you're learning the script from this guy, you know, you're trying to get like new strategies, new methods to acquire clients, find the best niche, the hidden niche, you know, stuff like that. And you're probably spending time on small things like, let's say, building a social media account for your agency. Typo. Okay. The amount of people I see, they come to me, they go on Instagram, they start posting super generic pictures, thinking that that's going to be like the social proof that is required for them to look like a legit business. That's super dumb. Okay. So that's the number one advice I can give you guys. Okay. I did not focus on the wrong things. I focus on the right things. So what are the right things? There are three main things that need to be taken care of. Okay. When you're starting a business. This is like when you're just starting out and you don't have that much experience, okay? 1, outreach. 2, closing. 3, fulfillment. Okay? As simple as that. If you do not need to overcomplicate this, okay? I know there's a bunch of people online telling you 20 different things. I'm telling you from experience and from what I'm seeing from the people I helped, there's 3 things you have to focus on. The outreach, so how am I going to get in front of potential clients? The closing, so closing the deals, taking meetings, and then fulfillment is doing the service delivery. Now, what did my day look like? So I would wake up at around 7 a.m. Okay, I like to wake up early. Even today, I wake up at about 6, 7 a.m. Naturally, no alarm, no nothing. I don't even put in an alarm. I just wake up like that. So I would wake up at 7 a.m. And depending on how I was feeling, I would often enough go to the gym, okay? So work out in the morning. This I would change. Sometimes I would go at night late, or I would go super early in the morning. So depending on how I felt that day, it's kind of what I was doing. And again, guys, this is a routine. It's not a sequence of things you guys have to do every single day, non-negotiable. You cannot change the hours. You cannot be flexible. You can be flexible, okay? Take that away from your head. It's just what are the key things we have to focus on, okay? So workout, of course. And I would work out till about 9 a.m. more or less, okay? And then once I would be back home 9 a.m., I would focus on outreach. Outreach from 9 to 12 p.m. more or less, okay? That was like sort of the hours. When I say outreach, okay, it's not building your website. It's not going on Google and trying to understand where to call the leads. No, it's actually picking up the phone, dialing these local businesses and trying to get in contact with them and pitch them your service. Okay? So this, I would focus on one outreach method. Okay? That's another issue I see people doing, okay? They go and they start doing all crazy things. They start cold calling, cold DM, cold email, doing content, doing a bunch of crap. You cannot do 20 different things when you're just starting out, okay? You can sign clients with every single method out there. You just pick the one that works best for you. All right. From experience, from me, and from what I'm seeing, what I feel like to be the most effective way or the quickest way to sign your first client is cold calling. Okay, that's what I like. It's how I scaled my business. This number right here was done purely off of cold calling, nothing else. Okay, you can make money from cold DMs, cold emails and stuff like that, but I'm just telling you my routine. Okay, what I did was cold calling. So I would cold call from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And very important to set yourself not numbers goal, okay? Avoid number goals, okay? I found from experience that people are too fixated on the actual number. I did 100 cold calls. I did 200 cold calls. I did this. What I like to do instead is tell people just focus on using 3 hours per day to outreach. From 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. we outreach. That is the routine. Okay? Because if you set yourself a number, you might have a really good conversation with a lead. It might take 20 minutes of your time. And because of that, it kind of screwed up your sort of, not the momentum, but the amount of calls you would typically do. And it's not necessarily a bad thing if you had a long conversation and the guy ended up booking a call with you, which is normal. I mean, the ones that do book a call, typically the conversations will be longer. But if your goal is to make 100 cold calls, and because of those conversations, because you're getting better, you're doing less cold calls, but you're getting more book calls, you cannot view it as like a loss, like it's not a good thing, okay? So just focus, avoid no numbers, okay? No specific goal, just from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., I'm doing nothing else but cold calling. That is your goal. Again, personally, I would do cold calls. If I show you my Instagram, okay, I pulled this out for the video. As you can see here, this is my face. Look at my DMs, okay? And I'm like a target of like these local businesses, they have the same type of DMs, okay? As you can see, getting spammed nonstop. Hey Oliver, came across, la la la, keep it short, looks like you need a sales team. This was a nice post. As you can see, you need a killer, you still alive. Helping with email, senior content, sales team, increase profit, your sales system. So as you can see, and it goes on and on. Okay. So as you can see, I am getting spammed nonstop by DM. So I personally would prefer cold calls, especially in a local space. I think it's just better to get the ball rolling. Now, that is number one thing that we have to focus on, the most important thing, outreach. From there, from 12 to however long it takes, it depends on the amount of calls. The more calls you have, of course, the better. But let's say 12 to 4. Let's say you're taking 4 calls per day. Okay. Jesus Christ. Here, I would do focus on closing. Okay, very simple. Focus on closing meetings. Okay, and if you don't have meetings, then I would focus on outreach. I would build my email, my cold calling list. So I would research new companies to cold call for the next day, practice, or just continue doing more cold calls. Okay, whatever is appropriate at the time, you would use these hours. Okay, but again, it's only outreach or closing. I don't want you to be building a website during these hours. Okay, you're either closing or you keep working around outreach. That is the important thing. From there, for the remaining of the day, I take it a bit easier, just because this is a bit intense as a day. So from 4 p.m. to like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. more or less, this is where you can do other stuff, okay? I would learn fulfillment. Okay, so as you sign clients, this will be the time that you will use to fulfill for your clients, okay? To do the service delivery, set up their Facebook, make sure everything's running smoothly and stuff like that. If you don't have any clients, then this is where you can focus on bonus stuff, okay? For me, bonus stuff is your website, maybe film content for your personal, for your business brand, so to make sure you have a voice online, so when people research your company, there's actually proof there's something online to look at. And yeah, that's what I would do, okay? So this was my exact routine that helped me make my first 10K a month. As you can see, it is not complicated. I'm not meditating, I'm not journaling, I'm not doing these crazy things. For me, it might work for some people, but for me, I never saw the need for it, okay? I just was focused on things that would actually bring me closer to my goals. I'm not reading books too. Okay, I know everyone says you have to read books and it's super important. Yes, it's important, but not now. Okay, just focus on making money. That's the most important thing. So the three main things we have to focus on: outreach into potential clients, closing those deals, and then the fulfillment of our work. Okay, stop watching video after video on YouTube, feeling productive, and stop focusing on random stuff like building a website or creating a super generic fake Instagram where you're buying fake followers and we can tell right away as soon as we look at the page. Okay, avoid those things. Focus on the important stuff. Wake up early, work out either in the morning or at night. From 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for cold calling, I found those are the prime time, the best hours to cold call. Just don't focus on the amount of cold calls, just focus on the amount of time you're spending cold calling. From there, close the deals in the afternoon. And then from there, the rest of the day, focus on the back end of the business. So fulfillment and bonus stuff. If you really want a website and stuff like that, then this is what you would focus on. And if you want to learn new things, this is when you would learn to watch YouTube videos to wind down. Before going to sleep, I like to do that, just watch like educational stuff and learn new things. But yeah, that's basically the routine that got me to my first 10K a month. I hope this was useful. This was a very good question by someone asked by someone in my community. As usual, if ever you have any questions, we have a free school community where I'm very active. So just join it, send me a message or make a post and I'm going to be there to answer your question. And hey, maybe I'll make a YouTube video on your question if it's a good one. Otherwise, best of luck. Let's crush it. Let's make some money and we'll see each other in the next video. Bye-bye.